Hello, my loves. How are you all doing? So, I'm back to give you the next step in the 10 goals that I asked you to make for yourselves going into 2021. And so, I asked you to get a sheet of paper or pull up your notes in your phone and write goals, eliminate, and then daily routine. So hopefully you did your 10 goals. And if not, you can do your 10 goals after this segment, okay? But we're gonna move to the next row, the next column, which is eliminate. So what I'm wanting you to do and challenging you to do is to think about those things that you can eliminate that will help you get to that particular goal. So, if your goal is to lose 20 pounds, what do you need to eliminate to get to that 20 pounds? So, for every goal, you have 10 goals. For every goal, you should have at least one thing per goal to eliminate. Some goals may cause you to need to eliminate more than one thing. So I need for you to look at each goal and then look at the things that need to be eliminated so that you can be successful in reaching that goal. So after you figure out what needs to be eliminated, the next step is to create a daily routine. Why? Because when you get into the routine of practicing your goals, what happens is you become deliberate, you become intentional, it becomes a part of your routine, and it's almost like when you've been driving for a while, when you're on autopilot, that's what it will be with your goals. Now remember, on the last segment, I said write your goals and then write I will in front of it. Once again, the I will turns your goals into an affirmation. So every day, pull that sheet and say, I will lose 20 pounds. I will save 10,000. I will grow my partnership. Whatever that goal is, put I will in front of it, and then you begin to reaffirm yourself. Now, here's the other thing. Some goals may be more challenging than others, so you may have to say that I will more than once a day. You may have to say that I will when you feel like giving up. But that I will is subconsciously training your mind to continue to do what you need to do to ensure you reach that goal. So here's another part that I want you to do. Ask yourself why. Why do you want to reach this goal, or why have you set this goal? I want you, besides the 3 columns, the column for goals, the column for what to eliminate, and the column for the daily routine, I want you to do on a separate sheet of paper, I want you to write the reasons why you are or have chosen this goal. That way, there's a method to why I'm asking you to do that.
Feedback,
That way, when you
any comments, anything helpful,
okay.
That would be gladly appreciated.
Okay, so I'm sorry because I'm hearing something else, and I don't know if somebody. Okay, so anyway, what needs to happen once you write your reasons,
I don't know
when you feel like giving up, you will have the reason why you started that goal, and you won't stop. Okay, so not only do we have our goals, the things that we're eliminating, and our daily routine, you also have the reason why you chose to write that goal down. And so when you feel like quitting, or you feel like you're stumbling at that goal, or you may feel as if the goal is becoming too large for you, remember why you started. And then also, if you feel like the goal is real big, That's okay. We can break that goal down into bite size or baby steps. Because the main thing with goal setting is being intentional about setting your goals, making your mind up, making a quality decision. And later on this week, I'm going to talk about quality decisions because it's so very important to make your mind up about wanting to not just set these goals, but wanting to I was going to say crush these goals, but I think I'm overusing that. So you want to not just make your mind up about putting the goals down on a paper, but being deliberate and intentional in achieving your goals. Okay? Once again, remember, celebrate milestones. Milestones are so important to celebrate because sometimes when we are in the midst of on the way to a goal, that goal may seem so far away, but just like a journey, you have a destination, but there's a journey to get to that destination. And sometimes when you're on a road trip, you stop off to get gas, to get refreshments, or just look at the scenery. You can do that with your goals. And when you take that break, you get back in and you go. Or you can have celebration milestones. If you have a goal that you've broken down into smaller steps to get there, as you get to each step, celebrate. Celebrate. Listen, Martin Luther King said this. He said, you don't have to do, no, okay, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something about taking one step at a time. You don't need to see the entire staircase. As you take one step, you'll see the next step ahead of you. So that's what you have to do, people. You have to take that one step out. And the step, everyone is at a different level with where they're stepping. You may be at the level of just making a quality decision, and that's okay. That's okay. There's a program or a mindset shift for that. But when you make that decision, you get to go to the next step, which means that you're getting closer to your goal. You're able to see more of the staircase, okay? But the biggest thing is don't give up. I have put goals on paper, and some goals they roll over into the next year. So I used to be very hard on myself because I was like, were my goals too lofty?
Got it.
But some goals may take more than 1 year to accomplish. So don't beat yourself up if you don't reach that goal. But also, if you don't reach it in, or let me say this, let yourself off of a deadline hook with some goals.
And what I mean by that
because
is
sometimes we think that something should happen at this point, and that's okay, but I also want to encourage you that everything does not have to happen at, in your mind where you think and when you think it should happen. Push past that and continue on with your goals. Because a lot of times people, when they feel like they've missed the deadline, they will stop there and say, oh, well, I guess it's just not going to work. Push past that normal stopping point. Because eventually, once you continue to move forward, you will achieve that goal. But the main thing is don't give up on yourself, don't give up on your decision, and don't give up on your goal. Okay? So once again, the 3 columns for goals, what to eliminate, your daily routine, and then on a separate sheet or a separate note in your phone, I want you to write the reasons why. That way, when you feel like giving up, you can go back to the reason why. For me, the weight loss. The reason why, I got tired of buying larger clothes, and I want to wear a smaller size or whatever, and even for health purposes. So always have a reason why. Always have a reason why. The other thing is, I want to encourage those of you who have a hard time making a decision about starting something. It's easy to say something in your head, but when we make ourselves accountable to someone, and you don't have to just be accountable to me, but be it your spouse, your children, somebody who you know is going to say, nope, this is what you said you're going to do, come on. That they're going to continue to encourage you when you feel like giving up. That's accountability. But oftentimes, we won't say anything until afterwards. We won't say anything about how we feel like stopping until after we've stopped. And so, throughout this week, I'm going to be talking about making the quality decision when it comes to your goal and putting the work in. And not just making a quality decision. That starts with a mindset shift. Okay? So that's all for today. And for anybody that is on Facebook, I know this is Instagram, but I'm going to share this on Facebook as well. I will be doing a webinar tonight. I am a guest, not panelist, but I guess podcaster. It's over on Facebook. It's the Gary L. Adams Show, or you can look up Gary L. Adams on Facebook tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And what we are talking about are goals going into 2021. And it could be also termed resolutions. So don't beat yourselves up any longer about maybe writing goals and missing them, or making resolutions and not making them. Why are we doing a push for 2021? Because we all know that December 31st to January 1st, nothing really happens. We just go into a new year, right? Nothing real dramatic happens, but new things are like a new start. Just like a lot of people who start a diet on Monday. That's a good starting point. Okay, on Monday I'll start. Okay, the new year I'll start. Oh, it's a new month, I'll start. Well, when we begin to process in our mind that we can start whenever we want, we don't have to wait for what society or the world says this is a good starting point. You can create whatever starting point you want to start your goals, or start your diet, or start your mindset shift, or start that business. Whatever it is you want to start, you can start whenever you want. But I just want to tool you with ways that you can do it. Why am I doing a push right now? Because everybody makes resolutions. Not everybody, because I've never really made resolutions. But most people make resolutions at the beginning of the year. And I think it's great. So I just want to be here to assist. And that's what I'm doing. People have problems. I have the solutions to those problems. And accountability is one of the most detrimental things that's needed to ensure that you reach your goal. Okay? I'm going to tell more of my story as we go along on how I myself learned accountability through the different struggles in life. Okay? So when I come back next time, and I'm going to post this video so you can DM your goals if you want to, or you can ask me any questions, but we're going to get you guys set and ready to ensure that there's no obstacles in your way to get to your goals. Okay? That's it. Coach Tani, I love you guys. Have a wonderful night. And once again, meet us over on Facebook, Gary L. Adams. All right? Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Are you a butterfly coach? I mean, I'm being funny, but really that doesn't